Mortgage lender disclosures of costs incurred by a borrower are of two types. One at the beginning of the mortgage application process, called a loan estimate, and the other before funding the mortgage origination, called a closing disclosure. Each form serves a separate and different purpose for advising the borrower of transaction costs. The mortgage lender on each consumer mortgage transaction uses a loan estimate form to disclose the date the estimate is mailed or delivered to the borrower, the email address and telephone number of the loan officer, whether, on the borrower's resale of the property, a future buyer is permitted to assume the mortgage without modification, called an assumption, and whether the mortgage lender intends to service the mortgage or transfer servicing to another servicer. Critically, the loan estimate form is delivered or mailed to the borrower by the mortgage lender within 3 business days after the borrower submits a loan application. When the prepared loan estimate is not delivered in person, it's considered received by the borrower 3 business days after it's placed in the mail. Additionally, the mortgage may not close until 7 business days have passed after delivering or mailing the loan estimate or revised loan estimate. Now, on the other side of the transaction, delivery of the closing disclosure to the borrower by the lender is to occur no later than 3 business days before closing the mortgage transaction. There's that 3-day time period again. For mortgage transactions that are not rescindable, the closing disclosure is delivered to the borrower with primary liability on the mortgage. When more than one borrower is involved, the closing disclosure need only be delivered to one borrower. When the transaction is rescindable, the closing disclosure is delivered to each borrower who has the right to rescind the mortgage origination. Like with the loan estimate, when the closing disclosure is not delivered in person, it is considered received by the borrower 3 business days after it's placed in the mail or emailed. One last clarifying point. The definitions for a business day differ, producing different durations of time to pass after delivery of the loan estimate and delivery of the closing disclosure forms. For delivery of the loan estimate, a business day is considered any day the lender's offices are open to the public to carry out substantially all of its business functions. On the other hand, for delivery of the closing disclosure, a business day includes all days of the week except Sundays and legal public holidays.